Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Convocation Center for today's PSAC West matchup between the 9th-ranked Seton Hill Griffins and your California Vulcans. My name is Jonathan Sabe. Alongside me here today is my good friend James Anderson. James, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited for a great day of basketball. We got the band here. We got the cheerleaders. Dan's team. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, everyone showing up in support for the Vulcans here tonight as they take on, like I mentioned, the 9th-ranked in the country Seton Hill Griffins. And California, losers of 2 out of their last 3, but 2 very hard-fought losses against Edinburgh and Gannon this past week. But this matchup, fresh in the minds of the Vulcans. A couple of weeks ago, traveled up to Greensburg, where the Vulcans suffered a pretty hefty defeat to Seton Hill.
Yeah, it was a 93-74 loss back on the 11th. But we're here to recoup from that. A couple people that we need to take a good look at this game is definitely Ayanna Williams. She went 21 points that game. Gilliard, she's on a strong run this game. She's been on a strong run lately. Sally with Christine Fry out. That opens up a whole slew of options for this Seton Hill team.
Yeah, some starting lineups here for both teams, starting with the visiting Griffins. Haleen Cowan, number 3, the 5'9" junior guard from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the reigning PSAC West Athlete of the Week. And her sister, number 4, Haley Cowan, the 5'9" junior guard from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as well. Number 21, Mila Kalich, the 5'11" sophomore forward from Olmsted Falls, Ohio, the reigning PSAC Defensive Athlete of the Week. Number 22, Sakira Harrelson, the 6'1" graduate student forward from Bellwood, PA, and finally number 33, Abby Mankins, the 5'10" junior guard / forward from Greensburg, PA, rounds out the 5 for the Griffins. It's a strong 5 at that, and then for California, the starting lineup in the last couple of games that we've seen get, despite the losses, some pretty good success. Number 3, Alicia Young, the 5'10" junior guard / forward from Keys Rocks, PA. Number 5, Ayanna Williams, the 5'9" senior guard / forward from Cleveland, Ohio. Number 12, Talia Gilliard, the 5'9" senior guard from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Number 23, Alicia Harris, the 5'9" senior forward from Wilkes-Barre, PA. And finally, number 24, Sierra Bermudez, the 5'9" senior guard from Philadelphia, rounds out the 5 for the Vulcans. And they have won the opening tip here in the Convocation Center. The Vulcans will be going left to right to start this first quarter. In the home whites, the Griffins, and the visiting black and gold. Williams brings it inside. The long mid-range too strong. And the Vulcans able to grab the offensive board, and Alicia Harris finds Young cutting inside off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Cowan. And Cowan just ripping up the court here for the Griffins. Repositions, finds herself in the corner, now driving inside off the glass, gets it to go, plus the foul, and that'll be Haleen Cowan at the line for a 3-point play for the Griffins.
Foul number 5, Ayanna Williams, her first, team first. Bucket is good.
Be the first foul of the game for the Vulcans. First foul in the pocket of Ayanna Williams. And like I just mentioned, Haleen Cowan, the PSAC West Player of the Week this past week for Seton Hill. Misses the free throw, can't convert the 3-point play, but does get the Griffins off to a 2-0 start here in the first quarter, 9:15 remaining. Harris at the elbow fakes the bounce pass to Williams. Keeps herself, now finds Williams after she repositioned to this near side corner. Back out to Young. Looking to drive inside, high off the glass, no good. Rebounded that time by Harrelson. A quick outlet pass up ahead to Mankins. Tries to rip it in herself, no good. The Griffins able to grab the rebound. Cowan inside to Harrelson. Looking for an option. Gets it back out to Cowan. 10 on the shot clock for Seton Hill. Cowan to Cowan as Haley drives inside off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams going coast to coast, hop step into the lane, but a travel called. Just one too many steps inside. That'll be the first turnover of the game for California.
I believe the last time they met, turnovers was the name of that game.
And a game that saw California put up a pretty good fight for the large majority of that first half, but in the second half, Seton Hill kind of ran away with it. That's Mankins inside, dump off right underneath to Harrelson, high off the glass and in. Quick 4-0 start for the Griffins, and Seton Hill looking to apply a bit of pressure. And like you mentioned, turnovers is typically the name of the game all around as a turnover forced by Seton Hill. Cowan up, no good. Even with the contact, rebounded by Gilliard. Quickly up ahead, finds Williams. Pull-up mid-range 2 is good for the Vulcans, and they find themselves on the board 4-2. Cowan. I'm going to call them Haleen and Haley because it's too difficult to differentiate between the two. Haleen now in possession. Gets it off to Haley. 12 on the shot clock here for the Griffins. And Cowan now calling for the screen. Little give and go between her and Harrelson. Mankins under some pressure, able to get inside, no good. Grabs her own board. Back out. Haleen Cowan now for 3 is good.
It also does help that their number jerseys are only a number apart there.
Number apart. The Twins from Chartiers Valley. As Ayanna Williams is able to get her second basket in the game on the drive. And quickly the other way the Griffins go. The layup attempt no good inside. That was by Mia Kalic. It's going to end up going out of bounds. Will be, I believe, it will be California basketball as a substitution for Seton Hill. Number 10, Haley Ford checks into the game. The 5'10 sophomore guard/forward from Perry Hall, Maryland. See some action for the first time today. 6:52 remaining and nearly another steal off the inbounds pass as Seton Hill looks to apply this full court pressure. Young. Dump off finds Harris underneath. Back out Williams. Long 3 at the top of the key. No good. Harris grabs the offensive board. Goes up with it. No good. That one's blocked out of bounds. That time by Ford. California maintained possession of the basketball.
This team's playing a good, heavy defense. And like we mentioned earlier, turnovers are going to be the deciding factor in this game, I believe.
Harris went up with it. Got fouled. And Alicia Harris is going to make her way to the line for the first time today. That'll be the first for Ford, the team's first.
So Harris is walking in here with a 27 out of 46 on the line.
First attempt from Harris. Spins out, no good. And again, even despite the losses, this Vulcan starting lineup has found some success. They went toe-to-toe with Edinburgh and went toe-to-toe with Gannon as Harris makes the second, but just couldn't quite finish it off in those couple of games, but they were able to get a big win here against IUP. It's all back on the back of this heavy defense as Young nearly got the steal and the pass, batted out of bounds that time by Bermudez. Will be Seton Hill basketball. Haleen Cowan to inbound. Gets it into Haley. Haley, nice crossover from right to left. Has the red carpet straight to the basket. Is able to finish off the glass. Her first bucket of the game. Seton Hill up 9-5 here. 6:13 left in the first quarter. Harris looking to drive baseline. Kicks it back out. Ayanna Williams with another long 2. Gets that one to go. And a quick 6 points for Williams. 6 out of the Vulcan 7. They cut the lead down to 2. Cowan trying to find Ford underneath, and in fact she does, and Ford spinning away, able to get that one to go off the glass. And Seton Hill continuing to apply this pressure, and a foul called, an offensive foul against Bermudez as Cowan was applying the pressure. It'll be the second foul of the game for California. And it'll go down as a foul and a turnover for Bermudez. As Nina Shaw and Kamaya Williams will check into the game here for California. So 2 Williamses and 2 Cowans on the court right now for the respective teams. Cowan trying to find Kalic inside. The Vulcans able to steal that one away. Shaw now. Quick pass finds Gilliard in the corner for 3, and Talia gets that one to go.
She loves that being outside that line. She is 23 for 88 going into this game.
Ayanna Williams nearly able to steal that one away right in front of the Vulcan bench. The Cowan connection trying to link up. That time Williams able to play disruptor. Ford now in possession. Swings it to the near quarter, finds Mankins, and right back underneath for an easy bucket is Mia Kalic. And another turnover forced by the Griffins. Cowan goes up with it, no good. An offensive board by Kalic, off the glass and in. And quickly, the Vulcans succumbing to the pressure, down by 5, 15-10, just under 5 to play. Another 3-ball from Gilliard is good.
When we started this broadcast, we told you, keep an eye on Gilliard. She will impress you.
Yeah, she's having one heck of a season here for California, really stepping up for them offensively and defensively. Cowan driving inside, just throws that one up, no good, rebounded by Williams. California looking to either equalize or take the lead. Williams up ahead to Shaw. Nice pass to find Harris inside off the glass, no good. And second chance. And that time, Alicia Harris able to finish.
If once you don't succeed, try again.
And Harris, one of the best at that in the PSAC. 3 rebounds already in the game. Just like that, we're all tied at 15. Forward working inside up against Harris. Gets that one blocked away. Able to grab her own board. A corner 3-ball. No good that time. Kamaya Williams able to grab the rebound for California. Quickly up ahead to Shaw, trying to conduct traffic, trying to find Gilliard, but great defense. But Gilliard able to recover, and a loose ball scramble will come off of Nina Shaw out of bounds, and it will be Seton Hill basketball after the first immediate timeout with 3:51 remaining here in the first quarter. California 15, Seton Hill 15. And we can take a look at the California Vulcans team leaders coming into today's game.
So looking at the leaders going into today's game, we have points per game is Young sitting at a solid 14. We have rebounds that we mentioned earlier. Harris sitting at 7.8. Assist is Shaw. Steals Gilliard, as well as time of on the court with an average of 32 minutes.
Yeah, and Young averaging 14 points per game. The leading scorer for the Vulcans, and I'm talking to our producer, Gary Smith, a couple of times about this Vulcan women's basketball team, and she does it in a pretty quiet way. You know, you never really realize it. In that first quarter against Gannon in their last matchup, Young had 10 points in the first quarter alone, and you don't really see, not like, I'm not going to say the most flashy, but really just goes under the radar, really able to convert at all 3 levels of scoring here for California, and she's been one of those offensive sparks that the Vulcans have really needed.
Absolutely, and you want to talk about offense. One thing that we probably should touch on a little bit is Bermudez. She's been starting to find her identity inside the paint more instead of working that three-point line.
Yeah, Bermudez, one of the elite shooters here in the PSAC West, but like you mentioned, the last couple of games has really started to work inside a lot more, has really found that finishing touch in and around the glass, and adding that level of score to this Vulcan team has done wonders, but like I mentioned, hasn't exactly resulted in the wins that you would have liked to see, but has shown that the potential that this team could reach if things are firing on all cylinders. And after the immediate timeout, it will be Seton Hill possession. Cowan trying to work inside again, just a runway straight to the glass, but they're going to call an offensive foul that time against Harrelson. I'm going to say it was a moving screen underneath, and it will be her first foul, the team's second. It will be California basketball. And Seton Hill looking to force these mistakes, and Shaw turns it over once again. That time Cowan came down with the basketball. The Vulcans trying to recover. They're going to get Shaw on the foul, as she got a little too handsy that time with Haley Cowan. Yeah, high octane and high pressure basketball from the Seton Hill Griffins and coach Maeve Gallagher in her second season. Looking to keep up that philosophy as Harrelson now inside. Wide open three-pointer is good that time from Kalic. Seton Hill back with the lead now, 18-15, 3 minutes and running here in the first quarter. Gilliard looking to conduct traffic, finds Williams inside. Gilliard hit the floor. Williams off the glass and in. It's already 8 points in the game for Ayanna Williams. Makes it a one-score game, 18-17. Cowan nearly gets that one stolen away, able to find Mankins trying to work inside. Mankins not on the same page that time as Kalich was trying to bounce it under. Will come off a Vulcan player out of bounds. Mangans will check out after that. And Haleen Cowan will check back in for Seton Hill. Kalish off the inbounds pass. That's Bailey working underneath, lost possession, and once again came off of a Vulcan out of bounds. Shea Bailey to inbound here for Seton Hill. The freshman from Freedom, Pennsylvania. Little give and go with Harrelson. 7 seconds on the shot clock for Seton Hill. And that time, Bailey crossed herself up, lost possession. Shaw with the steal, trying to find Williams. A little bit too strong. Gilliard now from the corner and gets that one to go. Another 3-ball from Talia Gilliard. And the Vulcans with the lead, 20-18. And Harrelson trying to crowd that one in. Somehow she does after the Vulcan pressure. Cowan driving inside. The mid-range move her no good. Rebounded by Young. Young fouled as she crosses half court. That time, Haley Cowan will be called for the foul. Her first, the team third. And the Vulcans can look to reset. Substitutions for either side. Alicia Harris back into the game here for California. And Haley Ford back into the game for Seton Hill. .154 remaining here in the first quarter. California with a lead, 20-18. Looking to build upon it. Shaw on the far side. Finds Harris at the top of the key. Now Gilliard on the inner side moving towards her left. Spinning inside. High off the glass. No good. And a fight for the loose ball ends up in the hands of Cowan. And the Griffins look to push their way up the court. Haley Cowan now in possession. Dumps it inside to Ford. And another turnover that time by Shea Bailey as she lost a handle on it once again, and she's going to get called for the foul. She tried to rip that one back, her first, the team's fourth. And after a couple of turnovers and back-to-back possessions, she'll check out of the game. Abby Mankins will come back in for Seton Hill. Mankins and Cowan just trying to force a turnover out of Shaw. That one off the back of Mankins' head somehow finds its way to Harris. Williams now in possession. Shaw on the far side. Gets to Young at the top of the key. Swings it over to Williams, trying to get it back to Young, but that one's stolen away that time by Haleen Cowan. Just under a minute to go here in the Convocation Center. Cowan goes coast to coast with the finish. 7 points for her, and we're all squared 20. Is California able to break the press? Williams with another mid-range two gets that one to go. Double digits already for Ayanna Williams. And the Vulcans restore their 2-point lead with 30 seconds remaining, about a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here at the end of the first quarter. Cowan hands it off to Cowan. Takes the screen. That one blocked away by Gilliard right at the top of the key. 8 seconds left. Another corner three that time. Way off the mark, no good. And an offensive board underneath.
Gilliard did exactly what she needed to do. Between the twins, they have 275 three-point shots between the two of them. So they are no stranger to that outside.
Yeah, great closeout that time by Gilliard, and it will be Haleen Cowan at the line to shoot a pair here for Seton Hill at the end of the quarter. First free throw attempt off the front of the rim, no good.
And she's come in at 88%.
Second free throw attempt from Cowan is up and good. That makes it a 1-point game. 9 seconds left in the quarter. 22-21 the score. Shaw quickly the other way finds Young. Young trying to drive inside, draws the foul up against Ford. And Alicia Young will head to the line for a pair right at the end of the first quarter.
And Young's walk in, only hitting 53% of her line shots here. Walk into today with 32 of 60 on the season.
Substitution for Seton Hill. Corrine Eisner, the 6'2 junior forward from Leesburg, Virginia. We'll check in. The first free throw attempt from Young is no good. 5.3 seconds remaining. California up by 1. Second free throw attempt from Young. That one also too strong. Harris able to grab the board. Still get the 2 points nonetheless. At the end of the quarter, Seton Hill won't get a shot off. And that's the end of the first quarter here in the Convocation Center. California 24, Seton Hill 21. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back right here on CUTV. CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, Armstrong Cablecast, and 91.9 FM WCAL.
The Vulcan women's basketball team looks to continue its run of excellence into the 2024 season. Put on your red and black and cheer on Coach Jess Strom and her team towards another run to the postseason. Pack the convo for 14 home games for games against regional foes and the best the PSAC has to offer. Don't miss any information on the season by following Cal Vulcans on all social media accounts, and if you can't make it to the games, catch all the action on CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube and also the PSAC Digital Network.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center with the Vulcan Band playing their Pat and Scooby-Doo. The Vulcans up by 3, 24-21 after 1 quarter of play. John Sape, James Anderson with you. And James, it was a great first quarter for the Vulcans.
Absolutely. High momentum, high octane, as you mentioned earlier. Coming down in the last minute or two, it looked like they were starting to slow the pace down a little bit, so we'll see what this next quarter brings.
In that first quarter, California shot 58% from the field, 10 for 17, 75% from 3, 3 for 4 from behind the arc. And when you have quarters like that, I'm surprised it isn't a further gap, but Seton Hill able to keep pace in that aspect. 9 for 21 from the field, 2 for 5 from behind the arc. Only 3 scorers in that first quarter for California. Williams with 10, Gilliard with 9, Harris with 5. The rest looking for their first points of the game, and it will be Seton Hill in possession to start the second quarter. Cowan looking for an option. Able to get it inside to Eisner. Mankins, Cowan swinging over to the corner to Cowan. And the three-pointer that time by Haleen is good.
And like we mentioned earlier, she is one of those ones that you don't want outside the paint coming into this game. 43 for 132.
And an offensive foul on the other end of the court is, again, offense and defense for Haleen Cowan as she makes the 3 on one end, takes the charge on the other. That's going to be the second foul, for Alicia Young.
Sometimes you have that problem in these high-octane games. Just run back and forth, and collisions happen.
And Coach Strom doesn't want Young to pick up another foul, so she'll check out of the game. Kamaya Williams will come back into the game. And a straight pass from Kalich ends up out of bounds, looking for Mankins on the near side. Game all square at 24. Williams able to get it into Shaw. Shaw picks up her dribble, looking for an option, gets it to Gilliard, dumps it inside to Harris at the elbow, fakes the pass back out to Kamaya Williams. Ayana Williams now on the near side. Step back 3 for Williams. Can't get it to go. A rebound that time by Kalich, able to escape the danger. Mankins quickly up ahead. Cowan, one extra pass. Eisner underneath and an easy finish, and Seton Hill retake the lead. The Griffins just sometimes make it look so easy on the offensive side of the basketball, even without their star player in Christiane Fry. Harris with a long shot, no good, and a long rebound. It's going to end up in the hands of the Vulcans. Kamaya Williams looking to take it herself and gets that one to go. Some back and forth stuff here in the Convocation Center. Cowan from 3, off the mark, no good. Rebound falls in the hands of Gilliard.
Makes you want to hold your breath every time she takes a shot.
Yeah, the Cowan twin just so good at basketball altogether. Shaw trying to work inside, get called for the travel. She tried to go up and under, took an extra step. Paige Cole will come into the game here for Seton Hill. 5'11" senior guard from Louisville, Ohio. will make her first appearance. Seton Hill looking to retake the lead. 7:55 remaining here in the second quarter. Game all tied up at 26. Cole gets it off to Mankins. Nice behind the back crossover. Stops up, passes it back out to Haley Cowan. Cowan back towards the top of the key. And another straight pass that time, but they're going to say Gilliard got a hand on it. Mankins to inbound. Right in front of the near side corner. 7 on the shot clock for Seton Hill. And bounce pass back out to Mankins. 3 now on the shot clock. Mankins with the heave. I'm going to say there was a travel before the shot clock violation, so another turnover for Seton Hill. It's going to be turnover number 6. Shaw will check out of the game. Bermudez back in.
Last time these two teams met, there was 22 turnovers in total.
We're already at 14 between the two, and just after, was that 13 minutes of basketball so far in this one? Williams now with another long 2. That one off the mark, no good. And another long rebound brought in by Cal. Gilliard now for 3, and she has not missed. 4 for 4 from behind the arc. Talia Gilliard gives the Vulcans a 3-point lead, but the Griffins going quickly the other way. Kalic lost possession, and a whistle called, and a whistle blown, excuse me. I think they're going to call Kalic for the travel. California able to get back on defense and recover and force another turnover out of Seton Hill.
I think the Vulcans can take that one as a lucky break there, that they did not get something for a little extra touch in there.
California looking to build on this lead. 29-26 to score, just under 7 minutes to play. Williams trying to dump it inside to Harris. Some great fronting defense in the post that time by Mankins. He's able to poke that one out of play. California in possession now. It will be Bermudez to inbound for the Vulcans. Bermudez finds Harris underneath. Can't get it to go, and she tried to tip the rebound back out to a teammate. Brought in by Cowan, though. Haley Cowan across half court. Over to Haleen. Nice crossover up against Gilliard to create some space, and a nice pass. But an offensive foul once again. This time against Haleen Cowan. So a couple of charges we've seen taken already in this game. That's going to be the first foul for Cowan. It's going to be the team's first of that quarter. Seton Hill continuing to apply this full court pressure. The Vulcans able to break. Bermudez across the timeline, finds Williams all alone inside, and 12 points now for Ayanna Williams.
Beautiful pass, beautiful play.
That time it was just Bermudez and Williams. Playing some hot potato with each other all the way up the court. The Vulcans with a 5-point lead. As Cole nearly fell to the floor. And another travel as Cole took a couple of steps underneath. So the Vulcans have forced Seton Hill in a couple of mistakes. Shea Bailey will check back into the game for Seton Hill. Alongside Sakira Harrelson. The Vulcans couldn't get the first inbound attempt off as that one was knocked out of bounds by Seton Hill.
That's what Cal needs to do to slow this game down, to allow Seton Hill to play more of a defensive game, get those turnovers, traveling, inbounds. That's how Cal's going to take possession of this ball game.
Yeah, they're not going to do it with what they just did on the court. Williams lost possession as she was up against Bailey, and Bailey causing just enough of a disruption for Williams to lose control. And that one got sent out of bounds. Seton Hill now looking to cut into this 5-point Vulcan lead. Cowan. Some nice crossover combinations to try to create some space. Top of the key, Bailey now from the near side wing. Off the front of the rim, no good. And a long rebound nearly ends up in the Vulcan bench, but Harrelson able to keep that one alive. Bailey now trying to dump it inside. That one too high for Kalic to pull in. The Vulcans now in transition. Bermudez for 3 and gets that one to go.
It's been a minute since we've seen her make a 3-point shot. Like I said, she's been working more inside that paint than going to the outside.
Her first basket of the game, the biggest lead of the match 8-point lead for California, 34-26. Bermudez, why not? Another three. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Harrelson. It's what the kids call it, a heat check. Just why not? Why not let it fly? And the Vulcans have the momentum, but unable to knock down that shot. Seton Hill now in possession. Kalic, nice pass, finds Bailey on the near side. Cowan repositions. 3-ball, dead-eye, bullseye for Cowan. 14 points now for Cowan. Bermudez looking to drive to the basket.
There we go.
He's able to finish that one in off the glass.
She's proven she can be a double threat here.
Pass a little bit behind the intended target. Bailey now for three. That one off the front of the rim once again. No good. California. Gilliard now. One-on-one up against Cowan. Can't get it to go. And Harris right on cue. Able to grab the second chance board and able to finish once again. 7 points now for Harris. The 9-point Vulcan lead. Cowan looking to go coast to coast. No good. Harrelson off the glass. No good. And another offensive rebound by Kalic. Back out the 3-ball. Once again, no good. That time it was Kalic. And a timeout taken from California. 4:05 remaining in the second quarter, and the Vulcans and everybody here looking to collectively catch their breaths. There's the Vulcans with a 9-point lead over Seton Hill, 38-29. 4:05 remaining here in the second quarter. And as the scoreboard was looking for the Chick-fil-A cow, we could talk about the Seton Hill stat leaders coming into today's contest.
So looking at Seton Hill's leaders, we have Fry, who sadly is not in today's game, leading points per game at 18.8. We have on rebounds average per game is Kalic at 10.9. Assist is Cohen. I'm not sure which sister that is. I'll have to check the other stats, sitting at 68. Kalic as well, sitting at 86 steals. And once again, Fry, who sadly isn't in the game, sitting at a all-time leader on minutes.
And like you mentioned earlier on in the game, turnovers and fouls are really the difference we see in a lot of these contests. And in this quarter alone, California outscoring Seton Hill 14-8. But Seton Hill with 6 turnovers to the Vulcans 3, and Seton Hill only 3 for 10 from the field, where California 6 for 12. The Vulcans have continued to find some success on the offensive side and have forced Seton Hill into a couple of mistakes in this quarter. And like you mentioned, was at 22 combined turnovers in the last game. We're at 20 already. Just over a little less than 16 minutes played. We're at 20 turnovers combined, 10 for either side.
I think, again, like I mentioned, this is what Cal needs to do to win this game. Control the pace of the game with forcing turnovers, forcing fouls, and being able to keep their shooters from going where they work best. California to inbound after the Vulcans timeout. 4 minutes and running here in the second quarter. Nina Shaw back into the game for California. Bermudez back over to Shaw, looking to drive inside. Gets that one blocked away by Cowan, but Shaw able to recover. Brings it back out. Shaw on another drive inside and finally gets that one to go. Back-to-back confident drives from Shaw. Gives the Vulcans an 11-point lead over Seton Hill, 40-29. 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. Mankins on the near side, able to get past Bermudez. Can't get the finish. And another offensive foul. Gilliard that time taking the charge, and Mankins is going to pick up her first. That's what, 3 or 4 charges we've seen. Both teams looking to establish some interior dominance and try to deny, as Shaw just again had the red carpet straight to the basket but couldn't quite convert on the layup. Seton Hill catch a bit of a break. Mankins able to pull on that pass, gets by Bermudez again, and Gilliard once again with the defensive heroics, able to block that one away. Harris up and in, but they're going to call her for the travel. Thought maybe she's going to have a chance at a 3-point play, but just took one too many steps underneath. And sadly, that's what happens a lot with these fast-paced games. You just take that one extra step and Yeah, for a turnover.
I'm a big fan. I watch a lot of soccer, and the term for them is really end-to-end stuff where you're on one side of the field, right back down to the other, going back and forth, really end-to-end stuff. And we've seen that so far in this game as Ford trying to spin inside, pass it back out. Kalic. And another travel called, that time against Haley Ford, right in front of the Vulcan bench. And the California team over there really letting her hear it.
Sally, when you do it right where the ref can see you, it's hard to hide that.
It's hard to hide it, and the Vulcan bench was not going to let the referee not see it. As I think the entire team got up and screamed travel after that one. 2:45 remaining here in the second quarter. California up by 11. For the 9th-ranked Seton Hill Griffins right here in the Convocation Center. Bermudez inside to Harris. Back out to Shaw. Bermudez calling for it in the post. Shaw looking to keep it herself. Nice pull up, 2, no good. And Bermudez rips that one away, but they're going to call it jump ball. She rips that one out of the arms of Fisher. California, with the possession arrow favoring them, they will maintain possession. Bermudez to inbound, gets it into Williams. And Shaw all alone underneath the basket. Can't get the layup to go. An opportunity she would love to have back. In transition, Ford with the reverse layup, sitting up there for a while, gets that one to go. Back down to a 9-point game, 40-31, just over 2 minutes to play. Kamaya Williams to the paint, trying to dish it off to Harris, gets that one stolen away. Seton Hill now with numbers in transition. Ford behind the back crossover, Cowan for 3. 17 points now for Haleen Cowan. Makes it a 6-point game. California able to break the press with Bermudez. Bermudez pulls up for 3. That one too strong. A nice box out that time by Ford, but they're going to say there was an infringement as she and Harris got into a bit of a tussle underneath the basket. Ford's going to pick up her 3rd foul already. It's going to be the team's 3rd of the quarter. Iona Williams will check back in for California. And Hope Hawkins will check in for the Vulcans, the 6-foot freshman forward from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Graduate of Woodland Hills High School. Get her first minutes in today's contest. Bermudez off the inbounds. Brings it back out near the center circle, 13 on the shot clock. Fakes the handoff and lost possession of it off her leg and out of bounds. Right into the Griffin bench. That'll be turnover number 25.
Turnovers are the name of the game, folks.
Make it 26. As the pass a little bit too strong over the head of Ford. California now in transition. Williams running the Vulcan offense as we're about to tick under 1 minute remaining in the first half. Hawkins. Nice move inside and make it 27 turnovers in this first half as Hawkins called for the travel. Sakira Harrelson, will check in for Seton Hill. So they look to close things up to a 1-possession game. They're able to knock down a 3. Make it 28 turnovers now. That one's off the foot of Kalic and out of bounds. She was trying to turn away from Harris. About a 16-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams across half court for California. Looking to slow things down here at the end of the quarter. Bermudez now in possession. Harris inside. Take not good enough. And a loose ball, and Harris comes down with it, able to just rip that one away from Harrelson and finish. High effort play that time by Alicia Harris.
That's why you don't give up on the ball until the whistle blows.
It's 9 points now for Harris. The drive inside from Cowan is good. 4 points now for Hallie Cowan. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bermudez cross half court and nearly loses it. And the ball is just going all ping-ponging around the court. And that is the end of the first half. California 42, Seton Hill 36. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the second half coverage between California and Seton Hill right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, Armstrong Cablecast, and 91.9 FM WCAL.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Convocation Center as we get ready for the second half between California and the number 9th ranked Seton Hill Griffins. Still John Sape and James Anderson with you. And James, it was a great first half of basketball for the Vulcans as they find themselves with a 6-point lead over Seton Hill, 42-36 after one half of play.
It has been a great game indeed, a very high, fast pace. More turnovers this game than their last outing, for sure. But just a couple of things to point out here is that Gilliard and
Helene
Cowan are going shot for shot on that three-point line. Both 4 for 4 outside the paint. And there actually hasn't been too many shots actually on the line today.
Only 7 combined free throws and only 2 made, so both teams that spent a lot of time practicing from the charity stripe haven't really had the opportunity to convert as much. But like you said, Helene Cowan, the PSAC West Player of the Week, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals in that first half. And then for the Vulcans, Williams and Gilliard both on 12 points. Williams 6 for 10 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. And Gilliard 12 points, 4 for 4 from behind the arc, 3 rebounds and 2 blocks as well. And Alicia Harris for California, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for the Vulcans. And like we mentioned, 29 turnovers in the first half. Was that 13 combined fouls in a game where every mistake can really be capitalized on. California getting the better end of the draw so far. 16 points off of turnovers for California compared to Seton Hill's 12, and that's pretty much the difference. That's 4 out of the 6-point difference, and Seton Hill now in possession, going from left to right to start the second half. And a jump ball called immediately. Possession arrow favoring California as that one nearly stolen away from Kalic. And then Harris able to get a couple of hands on top of it, force the jump ball, and California steal the opening possession away from Seton Hill. And a whistle blown as I don't believe they started the shot clock or the clock at all after the inbounds pass. So Williams and Bermudez will reset. And the clock's moving, and we're back underway here in the Convocation Center. The Vulcans going from right to left here in the second half. Harris gets that one poked out from underneath. It'll come off of Cowan's arm, out of bounds for Vulcan basketball.
Yeah, we are starting right where we left off here in the second half.
Bermudez trying to fire that one into Young. And again, takes a deflection off of Seton Hill, out of bounds. Some uncharacteristic sloppy play in that first half from both sides. This time, Bermudez able to execute on the inbounds pass, finds Young, who gets her first basket of the game. Restores the 8-point cushion for California. Pump fake from Cowan, trying to drive inside, tries to find Mankins underneath. Back out to Kalic. Now a 3-ball once again from Cowan. That time she misses finally from behind the arc, and a jump ball called this time in favor of Seton Hill. First miss from behind the arc for Cowan. Mankins to inbound for Seton Hill. Trying to find Kalic underneath. Ayanna Williams able to poke that one out. Seton Hill shift sides. Cowan to inbound on the other side of the basket. Trying to find Harrelson inside. Gets that one ripped away from her from Young. Young quickly now the other way. Crossover, trying to work inside. Lost the handle on it, able to recover. Trying to get it all the way back out to Bermudez, but telegraphed. Kalic able to jump the route. Nice hesitation just to get to Williams to run away. And Kalic able to finish.
As you'd like to say, the red carpet was rolled out for her all the way from coast to coast on that play.
Had the police escort straight to the basket. Harris looking to face up Harrelson. Nice drive, nice take. Can't get the finish to go. And Kalic came down with that. And another jump ball called as Kalic was swarmed by Gilliard and Harris. This time, possession arrow favoring California now after the third jump ball of this in under 2 minutes here in the second half. California in possession. Gilliard. Pump fake high off the glass, no good. An awkward rebound brought in that time by Mankins. Cowan now in transition for Seton Hill. Had some space, thought maybe she was taking a nice crossover move underneath, and a great drive and finish at the basket for Haley Cowan. Harris all alone underneath the basket. Great find by Bermudez. Patient play by Harris underneath. Double digits now for her. Cowan now quickly gets that one blocked away from her by Harris. Doing it on both ends of the floor for California. The Vulcans now in transition. Gilliard able to get it to Bermudez, but a foul called this time against Haleen Cowan. She's going to pick up her second, team's first of the quarter. That last offensive possession for California. Seton Hill really slow to get back defensively. Bermudez to inbound for the Vulcans. Able to get it into Harris. Hands it right back off to Bermudez. Bermudez driving, taking it to the hole. Can't get it to go, but Cowan's going to pick up back-to-back fouls here. That's going to be her third. And the Vulcans are going to love that because she's going to check out of the game here. Seton Hill is going to want to preserve her for the remainder of the game. She's going to check out of the game. And Shea Bailey will check back in. Sierra Bermudez at the line for California.
This is her first time to the line. And she makes the one.
6 points now for Bermudez. 7-point lead for California. Second shot from Bermudez is up and good. California with an 8-point lead, 48-40, 7:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Bailey. Able to find Harrelson. Right back to Bailey. Nice give and go. Can't quite finish at the rim. A long rebound ends up in the hands of Gilliard. Now Bermudez going the other way for California. Hands it off to Williams for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Nice offensive rebound that time by Gilliard. Gets it back out to Williams. And a loose ball. California maintain possession. Young underneath. Trying to drive the lane. Gets it to go. And someone who didn't score at all in the first half. California's leading scorer. 4 points in this quarter, looking to jumpstart offensively, and a turnover forced that time by Harris. Young came down with it. Young at the other end, can't get it to go, but fouled. And the Vulcans turning the pressure dial up a couple of notches. That's going to be the third foul of the quarter. It's going to be the first one against Harrelson.
Is this the turning point where we start seeing them not having Fry come into effect, or is their bench still deep enough to where Fry, being absent this game, you can keep your players still fresh?
Yeah, we'll see as Young makes the first, like you mentioned, Fry out for today's contest. And after two quick fouls in like the first 2 minutes of this quarter by Haleen Cowan, she's going to sit out for a large chunk of this second half. The second shot missed and an offensive board, but a travel that time against Alicia Harris. The Vulcans back up to an 11-point lead, 51-40. So we're now under 7 minutes to go in the second half. Harrelson looking for an option, gets that one poked away, and a loose ball. Mankin's able to come down with it for Seton Hill. Gilliard nearly able to steal that one away. Cowan, nice move, trying to get to the hole, and the Vulcans steal it away again. That time was it, third time's the charm. But Cowan able to rip that one right off of Williams, who picked up her dribble. And Cowan able to finish 8 points now for her. Bermudez under pressure, lost the control of it. And another back-to-back turnovers for California. Harrelson across half court. Able to get it to Kalich. Cowan. A couple of nice crossovers. Brings it back towards center court. Mankin's now on the near side. Harrelson at the top of the key. Cowan on the near side wing takes the screen. Driving with her left. High off the glass, no good, but fouled. And the Vulcans shooting themselves in the foot in the last couple of possessions. Alicia Harris pick up her first. For those keeping track at home, that's turnover number 38 after the last couple for California on the game. 20 for Seton Hill, 18 for California. And Haley Cowan at the line for Seton Hill.
And let's keep in mind their last time out, there was only 22 turnovers.
And Haley Cowan makes the first. 9 points now for Cowan. Makes it an even 10. So 27 combined points from the Cowan sisters here for Seton Hill. 7-point game as Bermuda's checked out of the game for the Vulcans. Shaw back in, and Shaw with another Vulcan turnover as she succumbs to the pressure. Cowan now in transition. Gets it to Kalich. Back up top to Cowan. Swinging it around the horn. Bailey working inside. And a foul on the floor as Gilliard fell down. It's going to be the team's second. That's going to be Gilliard's first. Shea Bailey to inbound for Seton Hill. Gets it into Cowan for three. Off the front of the rim, no good, but an awkward rebound falls into the hands of Seton Hill. Bailey dumps it down into the post. Nice cut by Kalich and a great finish. Seton Hill looking to up the pressure. Williams gets it to Williams, up ahead to Shaw. Shaw fakes the pass, finds Young in the corner for three, and Young knocks it down. That's 8 points in the quarter for Alicia Young.
And that was her first three-pointer of the game.
Someone that the Vulcans need to get hot here. Nice drive by Bailey, high off the glass, no good. Kalich offensive board. Back out, the long two is good that time by Corrine Eisner.
Well, I hope you folks watching at home made some popcorn, grabbed some drinks, because we got a great seesaw game going on here.
And we're in for a finish. Nice take, and the floater that time by Williams, no good. Eisner grabs the board. The Vulcans trying to force some pressure her way. Mankins now in transition. Crossover, spins back out, pass it, Cowan pump fake. Now driving the lane, up and under, no good. And a foul on the floor. They're going to get Nina Shaw for the foul. That's going to be the Vulcans' fourth. It's going to be her second. And I believe that will take us to the immediate timeout with 4:29 remaining here in the third quarter. California 54, Seton Hill 48. And while we have a second, we can take a look at the PSAC West standings here. Seton Hill sitting up top, but California looking to climb the ladder here in the PSAC West.
Yeah, California's sitting at a solid 7-7, sitting in fifth place. That loss to Gannon on Saturday kind of hurt us a little bit, but hopefully we make that up here against the top of the line, Seton Hill.
And Seton Hill in first place, Gannon in second, Edinburgh in third. All three of them have already clinched a spot in the PSAC tournament without the addition of Mercier's. Is it the top three or the top four that finish? The top six, in the PSAC tournament. So those three already make it, followed closely after that. IUP, California, Clarion, Slippery Rock, and UPJ round out the PSAC West. So
yes,
California looking for that elusive playoff spot to potentially make a run in the PSAC tournament.
Yeah, Seton Hill clinched their playoff spot on Saturday against the Rock, Slippery Rock. So we got hill to climb still, to say the least.
And take a look at your screen. Speaking of the Rock, California faces off against Slippery Rock this weekend on Saturday, February 8th, 3 o'clock, up at Slippery Rock. And you tuned into that on the PSAC Digital Network. Seton Hill to inbound after the media timeout. A bit of trickery doesn't work out as they try to play that one off the back of Williams. California. Young in transition, able to get that one to go. Making Seton Hill pay. It's 10 points now in the quarter for Young. Mankins working inside, up again, gets Young to bite. Can't get it to go. The rebound falls Young's way. A couple of Vulcans ahead of the pack here as Young takes it herself and will draw the blocking foul, and Alicia Young will make her way back to the free throw line.
Alicia Young's 0 for 2 on the day. And coming in here, sitting at 32 out of 60, which would be 32 out of 62, I guess now.
10 points all in the quarter for Alicia Young. First free throw attempt off the front of the rim and gets the roll. 11 points now in the quarter for Young. Second free throw attempt from Young is up. That time no good. 57-48 the score. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cowan trying to escape the grasp of Harris. A couple of crossovers. Cowan able to get by her. Passes it back out. Repositions for threes. Hallie Cowan. She gets that one to go. 30 points now combined from the sisters. Young in transition, no good. Offensive board by Harris off the underside of the basket, no good. Harris able to reclaim possession off another offensive rebound and gets that one to go. That's 13 points now for Harris. Inside, Vulcan hit the deck. Gilliard. Kalich back out. Cowan for three, no good. Rebounded by Gilliard. And Seton Hill continuing to apply this pressure. Kamaya Williams brings it across half court. Nice crossover to the right. Off the glass, no good. Williams and the Vulcans odd man in transition. And the missed attempt inside that time by Haleen Cowan is no good. 0 for her last three. And California will take a timeout with 2:39 remaining. A bit of an awkward spell as a couple of missed shots on either side, and I'm sure it was because Kamaya Williams a little slow to get up off the court, maybe just trying to take some precautionary measures to get her off. And while we have a second, we can make sure to check out the Coach Jess Strom's show right here on CUTV. Every week you can see Coach Tetzlaw and Coach Strom talk everything Vulcan basketball, including interviewing a couple of the members every week of the Vulcan basketball team. So make sure to check out the Coach Strom show on the YouTube channel on CUTV, and watch it on Armstrong Cablecast, and you can check it out on anywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, you name it, it's on there. The Coach Strom Show right here from CUTV.
So we're in the huddle. What do you tell your players right now to keep this lead?
If you're California, I mean, you've done everything that you need to do so far. You've played great on both ends of the court, You've forced Seton Hill into mistakes. You just got to keep playing your brand of basketball. But if you're Seton Hill, down by 8, 2:39, you're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. You still have another quarter of basketball to be played. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them start trying to pick up the tempo a little bit, especially defensively. California on the game, shooting 49% from the field, 54.5% from three. They've really been efficient on offense. I wouldn't be surprised if Seton Hill looks to turn the pressure dial up a couple, as we've seen them force California into a couple of turnovers as they try to cross half court with Bermudez, with Shaw, with Williams, as they tried to handle the ball across half court. We've seen Seton Hill force the turnovers. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them try to play into that hand more in this fourth quarter to force the Vulcans into mistake and claw themselves out of this hole.
Absolutely. This is going to be a game of possession and a game of tempo now.
Shaw now in possession for California. Finds Gilliard in the corner with a hand in her face. Knocks it down. 15 points now for Gilliard and an 11-point Vulcan lead. She hasn't missed from behind the arc tonight. 5 for 5.
Well, if that isn't setting a tempo, I don't know what is.
Harrelson under some pressure, looking for an option. Hands it off to Mankins. Cowan on the near side working. Floater attempt no good. Gilliard able to grab the rebound for California. And another jump ball called. She was surrounded that time by Mankins and Harrelson. Possession arrow favoring Seton Hill, so they will get the basketball back. Hallie Cowan to inbound. Send into Haleen. Haleen stumbling, but able to recover. The floater attempt no good. Offensive board that time by Mankins, But Gilliard and Harris able to deny her inside. Gets knocked out of bounds. Will be Seton Hill basketball. Haleen now in possession. Over to Hallie. Back out towards the center circle. Hallie Cowan. Kick a ball called this time. As Kamaya Williams stuck out the foot. Trying to prevent that bounce pass inside to Harrelson. Great effort that time by the Vulcan dance team to send the basketball down to the other end of the court.
But you can't deny that is a great way to slow the game down. Even if you don't necessarily cause a turnover, you have them get the inbounds.
Cowan. 12 on the shot clock. Harrelson fakes the pass, trying to go to work. Shovels it back out. Cowan trying to work inside, back out. Mankins, 4 on the shot clock. Mankins driving towards the lane, off the glass and in. Shaw across the timeline, zooming over, dishes it off. Harris, great finish.
And that's just selfless basketball there.
Cowan trying to go coast to coast, fell down somehow, able to make the circus shot. 19 points now for Haleen Cowan. 13 points for Hallie Cowan. 9-point game, 64-55. Gilliard gets it inside to Harris. Near the elbow, trying to work inside. Nice up and under move. That one blocked away by Harrelson. Able to get a hand on it and send it out of play. And after the defensive effort, she's going to check out of the game. Kareen Eisner back in.
Now we start to question how much do these players have left in their tanks.
Bermudez for California. Driving to the lane. That one blocked away by Cowan, but Bermudez able to get her own board. An 11-point cushion for California. The shot clock dark now here at the end of the third quarter. Seton Hill looking to hold it for one final shot. Cowan. Over to Cowan. Driving the lane. High off the glass. No good. Able to get her own board. And the Vulcan got a hand on it. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Hallie Cowan to inbound here for Seton Hill. 4.6 seconds remaining on the clock. Gets it into Mankins. 3 on the clock now under pressure. Cowan for 3 at the buzzer. That one blocked away again by Gilliard. And that's the end of the third quarter. California 66, Seton Hill 55. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, Armstrong Cablecast, and 91.9 FM WCAL.
The Vulcan women's basketball team looks to continue its run of excellence into the 2024 season. Put on your red and black and cheer on Coach Jess Strom and her team towards another run to the postseason. Pack the convo for 14 home games for games against regional foes and the best the PSAC has to offer. Don't miss any information on the season by following Cal Vulcans on all social media accounts, and if you can't make it to the games, catch all the action on CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube and also the PSAC Digital Network.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Convocation Center. And after 3 quarters of play, the Vulcans with a double-digit lead, 66-55. So get ready for some fourth quarter action right here from the Convocation Center. John Safe, James Anderson with you. And James, California continuing to play some high-level basketball here in the Convocation Center. On both sides of the ball, on offensively and defensively, they've been really efficient.
Oh, absolutely. This is definitely one of those games where you don't know how it's going to end. You're strapped to the edge of your seat, waiting for the finish to come along.
And even with an 11-point game, like you said, Seton Hill, you can never really count them out. They're the 9th-ranked team in the nation, 19-2 overall, 13-1 in conference play this season. And like we mentioned, without their star, Christiane Fry, who's missed the last couple of games due to injury. But still, they've been able to steady the ship. They've been able to make do without her. But you'd have to think that in a game like this, having your star out there would pay dividends towards a victory in your favor. But California can only play the people that they're up against, and they've been able to do well against a Fryless Griffins team here.
I think that comes down to just next woman up.
You gotta fill in, and Seton Hill's done that so far without her the last couple of games, but so far California taking advantage of that. Loose ball out of bounds. California basketball, I want to point this out before I forget. Alicia Harris on the game, double-double, 15 points, 11 boards so far already in this contest for California. Shaw hands it off to Gilliard. Shaw working inside. Floor attempt blocked, but Young right there to grab the board, and a foul called on the floor. Haleen Cowan's still on the ground for Seton Hill. She took a blow right underneath the basket. The athletic trainer coming over to take a look as she's still on the floor for Seton Hill. And that would be another huge blow for the Griffins if she is unable to return this contest. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. 25 minutes for her, 7 for 16 from the field, 4 for 6 from behind the arc. She's really been the difference so far for Seton Hill, the star for the Griffins, as she's able to make her way to her feet and able to walk off the court on her own accord. So hopefully everything's all right with her and she's able to come back into this one, as she's going to be one of the driving factors of a Seton Hill victory here if she's able to come back into the game.
Oh, absolutely. A high-octane player like that is always great to see them, or any player really, after taking a bump, being able to get up and walk off the court. But it does look like she is going to get checked out regardless.
Yeah, hopefully she's all right. But the foul on the floor was against Abby Mankins, her second, the team's second. Young at the line. The 11 points, all of them came in that third quarter. She missed the first free throw. Now 2 for 7 from the free throw line tonight. Second free throw attempt from Young. That time able to connect. And a 12-point cushion. And 12 points now for Alicia Young. Hallie Cowan gets it into Eisner. Mankins looking to turn the corner. And a foul called on the floor. We're going to call that one against Young, her third. As Mankins was able to just get by her, and Young charged for potentially trying to hold her back a little bit.
I would also like to say that she did end up, Helene did end up actually going back to the locker room, so we'll see if she makes a return or not.
Cowan, that time missed, but an offensive board from Kalich. A nice finish up and under. Like you mentioned, hopefully Haleen Cowan's able to get back in, and a 5-second violation as California unable to get the inbounds pass in. Seton Hill continuing to up this pressure here.
That is not something you see that often.
And again, for the people keeping count at home, that's turnover 42 on the afternoon. Bailey near losing, make it 43 now. Gilliard in possession, going the other way off the glass and in. Talia Gilliard, their first basket inside the three-point line tonight. But that's 17 points for Gilliard.
She is making it known why she was one of our highlight players of today's game.
The leading scorer for California in this one. Eisner under some pressure, has to dump it off. Finds Kalich. Kalich gets it inside of Mankins. Tried to make that extra pass, can't quite get it to Bailey. And Young trying to steal that one away, will knock it out of bounds. Will be Seton Hill basketball. Substitution for the Griffins. Haley Ford will check back into the game for Seton Hill. Bailey to inbound. All the way back out to Cowan. And at the buzzer, can't get it off in time. And a shot clock violation against Seton Hill. And Haleen Cowan back out of the locker room. Now lingering just behind the Seton Hill bench.
Reminder to fans, sportsmanship is the name of the game. Thank you.
California to inbound Williams. Trying to get it into Shaw. Shaw under some pressure. Has to heave it back over to Williams as she's able to cross the timeline.
And our announce table here in the Convocation Center reminding fans that sportsmanship is the name of the game, and with a high emotion game like this, a high octane game like this, it is easy to get carried away a little bit.
Starting to get a little heated here in the Convocation Center. Gilliard steals that pass away. Gilliard looking to go coast to coast off the glass, gets the roll to go.
East to west, it is in.
14-point Vulcan lead, 19 points for Gilliard. Bailey at the rim, no good. An offensive board gets shoveled straight back into Williams. 2-on-1 the other way. Williams slowing things up. Back out to Shaw's California looking to slow the tempo a little bit. Two-touchdown game here, 71-57. Shaw, a couple crossovers up and under. A high off the glass, no good. Able to grab her own board. Just throws it up and gets that one to go.
Because why not?
Mankins, one-handed catch, dumps it inside to Kalic, who just floats it up and in. Seton Hill continuing to apply this pressure, trying to force California into a mistake. Gilliard across the timeline. So we're now under 6:45 remaining. Shaw, 10 on the shot clock for California. Young inside at the elbow. Three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. Rebounded that time by Kalic. Cowan now trying to get inside to Ford, who had Young sealed off. Gets it to go, and the foul. And Haley Ford will find her way at the line for a three-point play.
Looks like Paige Cole is going to be making her first minutes of today's game.
Kalic will check out. Cole will come in. Kamaya Williams and Sierra Bermudez will also check into the game for California. That's the fourth foul against Young. Ford able to convert the three-point play. Makes it an 11-point game, 73-62. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
As you mentioned, Young has to be careful going these next couple of minutes.
Williams on the far side, driving baseline, reverse layup is good from Ayanna Williams.
She makes it look easy, doesn't she?
She does. And I think she had 12 points all in that first quarter, and that's her first basket since. And another turnover for Seton Hill. So that one's just thrown away. California in no rush. Up by 13 points. Bermudez finds Harris inside, gets it to go, and the foul. Alicia Harris gets the Vulcans fired up as she has a chance at a three-point play. Paige Cole will pick up her first. Seton Hill pick up their second of the quarter. Alicia Harris, 17 points, 11 rebounds. Can't convert the three-point play, however. The Vulcans up by 15. Cowan passes off the three ball. Ford inside, gets the roll. Williams running out of time. Gets it into Gilliard, but gets that one stolen away, and a foul called on the floor as Bailey came down with it for Seton Hill. Gilliard's going to pick up her second. California giving Seton Hill a lifeline here. Mia Kalic will check back in. Paige Cole heads to the bench for the Griffins.
Paige Cole doesn't get a whole lot of time, only coming into today's game with 21 minutes played.
And a foul called on the floor again. California, that's going to be their fourth of the quarter. The time's going to be Ayanna Williams picking up her second. California one foul away from sending Seton Hill into the bonus for the remainder of the contest.
And this is kind of what we saw against Gannon on Saturday.
Bailey with a drive inside. Able to finish that time. Her first made basket of the game.
Sorry about that. I was getting my days all sorts of crisscrossed here. But yeah, Saturday we saw the same thing. Having Cal kind of hit their fouls and
another and one opportunity from Harris as she was able to rip away from Seton Hill. And that'll take us to the media timeout. 79-66 is the score. 4:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. And while we have a second, we can take a look at the PSAC West standings one more time. I think you mentioned a win here today for California up against the top-ranked Seton Hill. Seton Hill already clinching that playoff spot in the PSAC tournament, but California is one of the teams vying for one of the bottom-end spots. Any win really, really matters, and a win here against the top team in the PSAC West will do wonders for your confidence moving forward.
Oh, absolutely. The one thing that I don't think we talk enough about is that momentum, especially when we're on the second side of the gauntlet, facing teams that we've already faced before, win or loss. If we can revenge some of our losses, we'd all be ready to go here.
And while we have a second as well, if you take a look at your screen, make sure to scan that QR code, and that'll take you to the CUTV YouTube channel. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff there right on YouTube. If you are not already a subscriber already, obviously you have all the live games, coaches shows, interviews,
and also the archives. You can go back and watch this game. You can go back to watch Gannon's game on Saturday. You can, if we make the playoffs, you can go back and see the road to the playoffs, if you will.
So make sure, if you're not already subscribed already, scan that QR code, head on over to CUTV on YouTube, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I know you would as well. Our producer, Gary Smith, would appreciate it. So everyone should. Alicia Harris now at the line for California. Unable to make the free throw. It was knocked out of bounds off of a California hand. 13-point lead for the Vulcans, 79-66. Seton Hill need to find a spark somewhere. That one's stolen away nearly. Kalish comes down with it somehow for Seton Hill, but she misses at the rim. Williams under pressure. Kalish swats it out of bounds.
You know what? If you're not watching CUTV, you should turn on the radio to our 91.9 WCL radio station while you're at it. Listen to the games on there.
Gilliard able to cross the timeline for California. And again, the Vulcans in no rush down the stretch here. Looking to try to run off some clock. Bermudez inside finds Harris, who lost the handle on it. Stolen away by Kalish. Cowan. Cross half court for Seton Hill. Driving the lane. Cowan off the glass. And an offensive foul once again. Another charge taken by the Vulcans. This time Bermudez takes the brunt of the offensive aggression. That's going to be the second foul against Haley Cowan. Hallie Cowan. That's going to be her second, and the team's fourth.
With a little less than 4 minutes left to play, each team really needs to start thinking methodically about these fouls.
Yeah, I'm sure the free throw line is going to see quite a bit of action here down the stretch. Bermudez right in front of the Vulcan bench. Driving inside pass, Kalish and in. Double digits now for Sierra Bermudez. 15-point lead for California.
These past few games, Bermudez has been able to find her identity inside the paint, and it's showing again tonight.
Cowan fouled on the inside attempt. And that'll send Seton Hill into the bonus for the remainder of the contest. Harris will pick up her second. Hallie Cowan at the line for a pair. Already 2 for 2 this afternoon from the free throw line. First shot for Cowan is up and good. (81-67) the score. Cowan makes the pair. 14 points for her, 68 for Seton Hill. The Vulcans up by 13 points. Shaw able to just get that one into Williams, and the Vulcans do a great job of breaking the press that time. They're going to run things down to under the 3-minute mark remaining here in the Convocation Center. California up by 13. Bermudez lost the handle on it after the pressure from Cowan. Cowan, nice behind the back pass to keep that one in play, but stolen away by the Vulcans. Bermudez spins away from the danger. 4-on-2 the other way. But Coach Strom making sure Bermudez slows things down here, and again, just taking off as much time as humanly possible off the clock. Bermudez up against Mankins, who's trying to force a turnover. Double team sent her way. Harris gets it back to Bermudez right in front of the Vulcan bench. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Another double team. Nice pass from Harris. An extra pass underneath to Williams. That one blocked away. And even though the shot clock buzzer went off, the game plays on. California steal it away. Harris rips that one away. Williams with the chance. Can't get it to go the first time, but the second time from Williams. She is fouled, and Ayanna Williams will find her way to the free throw line. That'll be Bailey's third. That'll be the team's fifth, so the Vulcans now also in the bonus for the remainder of the quarter.
And if my stat sheet's correct here, this is her first time coming to the line today.
First free throw attempt for Williams off the front of the rim and in.
But she does walk in today at a 17 out of 21, sitting at 81%.
And Williams makes the pair. Will increase that free throw percentage. 16 points now for her. Quick pass up ahead. And a foul called on the floor as Harrelson got the Vulcans to bite. And since Seton Hill is in the double bonus, Sakira Harrelson is going to make her way to the free throw line to shoot a pair regardless.
This is her first time tonight. Again, not one to take these. She's shooting a 17 out of 28 coming into today's game.
She misses the first. California will take that every day of the week. That foul against the Vulcans will be Williams' third. Second attempt. Gets the friendly roll. 83-69 the score. Shaw again under pressure. Trying to just turn the corner that time. And it looks like Gilliard got bumped out of bounds, but they're going to say she went out on her own accord. And a turnover against the Vulcans. And again, maybe a little too late. 14-point game, but Seton Hill looking to capitalize off of these mistakes that the Vulcans are giving them.
It's a 14-point game, but again, I wanted to hold my breath just before that, but when you got weapons that are able to do shots like that, a 14-point game ain't nothing.
Harrelson able to finish inside. Makes it a 12-point game. And a foul called. And I think Gilliard got bailed out a little bit. She was trying to rip away from that double team. Bailey's going to pick up her fourth. Gilliard will head to the free throw line for the Vulcans for the first time today.
And you can hear the crowd is not exactly happy about what's going on here.
And like I said, Gilliard just trying to split that double team. Potentially got a favorable call there. She was, as the Griffins were swarming her.
Well, she's coming in today with a 76%, 29 of 38.
And the referees having a discussion around the table. Just trying to make sure everything's in order. Gilliard at the line for a pair. 19 points for her, leading all scorers in the contest, tied with Harris and Cowan. Now holds the game lead in points, 20 points Natalia Gilliard, just a phenomenal night for her. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Gilliard can't make the second as that one gets the unlucky spin. Bailey quickly up ahead, trying to reverse crossover, gets it to go, and the foul. Shea Bailey has a chance at a three-point play. Shaw's going to pick up her third. Harrelson will check out of the game. Haley Ford will come back in. Shea Bailey, the freshman from Freedom, at the line, trying to convert a three-point play. Unable to do so. The free throw attempt too strong. Gilliard came down with it. And she's under a ton of pressure here. 3 Griffins surrounding her. I think California was able to get a timeout off before a jump ball. Again, it's an 11-point game, 1:23 remaining. And California keeping Seton Hill in it with their mistakes. California, last couple of possessions, continuing to give Seton Hill a couple of lifelines.
Well, like I mentioned before, with the three-point shooters they have and their accuracy inside the paint, 11-point game, a little less than minute 30 left to go. Definitely doable. So what does Cal need to do? They need to control their tempo, control their pace, control possession. Even if they can't force a turnover, get that ball out of bounds, slow the game down, limit their shots.
And again, for those keeping count at home, 54 turnovers in this contest between both teams. California with 25, Seton Hill with 29 turnovers in this game.
And if you ask me, it definitely shows on the scoreboard here. Turnovers were the name of the game. I feel like if there wasn't as many, we'd probably be looking at about a little bit higher score, maybe a bit more Seton Hill favorable there.
Yeah, California, 33 points off of turnovers compared to Seton Hill's 26. And again, that's 7 points, and if that's a little bit more equalized, you're looking at a 2-possession game. So California did a great job today at forcing a ton of Seton Hill mistakes, and they're looking to, like I mentioned last time, just trying to cross their T's, dot their I's, try to make the win a formality here.
Well, not just forcing the turnovers, but they've been doing a good job of capitalizing on them. Like you said, they've been able to get some points off of those turnovers and not just letting them go waste.
Double team sent Bermudez's way. Nice find. Able to get it to Harris. A turnover underneath the basket. A jump ball called and possession arrow in favor of Seton Hill. Bermudez off. Shaw back in. 1:07 remaining. Mankins gets it over to Cowan. Cowan, nice behind the back crossover. Able to get it to go. And a foul called underneath. I believe it'll count. And Hallie Cowan has a chance at a three-point play.
Under a minute left at this point in time. You got to start thinking what's going through Seton's heads' minds. You got, if this goes, you got an 8-point game. It could be a 3-possession game if you do it right.
It's very, very doable. Shaw picks up her 4th. Young will check out. Bermudez will check back in. Like you said, now a 9-point game. Cowan can make it 8 at the free throw line. And she does exactly that. 55.2 seconds left. California quickly just trying to get it across half court and run off as much time as possible. Gilliard surrounded, swarmed, and fouled. Mankins picks up her 3rd. Gilliard will go back to the free throw line. 1 for 2 in her last trip. I don't want to say she makes these free throws, she can ice it, but gives the Vulcans
You definitely
heck of a higher chance.
You definitely start hearing the hammering of nails at this point.
She makes the first. Brings the cushion back up to 9. Second free throw attempt from Gilliard is good. Timeout taken by Seton Hill. And a game-high 22 points for Talia Gilliard to go along with 8 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. This has just been a monster and has played the full 39 and will be 40 minutes after this timeout. She's played the entire game. She just kept going 7 for 10 from the field, 5 for 5 from 3. She's been almost as perfect as you could possibly be for California. Again, who have a 10-point lead, 46.6 seconds left after this timeout. Seton Hill.
As long as Cal can battle under the baskets for the next 40-some seconds, I think this game's all but over.
Yeah, I think the biggest question mark is, will Seton Hill be able to get any three-pointers off? Here is obviously Aileen Cowan has not checked back into the game. She made it back to the bench, but has not come back in down the stretch here. I think Coach Gallagher looking to preserve her for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she has any ice or braces on, so that's always a good sign.
But Cowan pump fake, repositions, 3 ball, too short. California comes down with it. And a great defensive stop that time by the Vulcans. And Alicia Young gets to take the long walk back to the free throw line and try to put this game to bed here. 12 points all in this second half for California. 3 for 8 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 3 steals in the game as well. Was able to knock down the first, an 11-point game. I said Young can put the finishing touches on a phenomenal display. She makes them both. Timeout taken by Seton Hill. 40.4 seconds left in California en route to a huge victory here in the Convocation Center up against the 9th-ranked team in the country, Seton Hill.
I think she just put the final nails in this coffin for Seton Hill.
Like we mentioned, this starting lineup for California, one that has started to get results but has not gotten the wins quite yet, and a big win here today. And like I mentioned, California will take on the Rock this Saturday, February 8th, 1 and 3 o'clock up in Slippery Rock. You can check it out on the PSAC Digital Network for coverage. But a big win here for California as they try to keep the playoff hopes alive. Try to make a run at the PSAC Championship. The Vulcan Stars came out to play today. Harris, 19 points, 12 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Gilliard, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Williams, 16 points, 4 boards. Young, 14 points, 5 boards. Bermudez, even 11 points, 4 assists for California. It's been an all-around display by everybody for California. Cowan. Seton Hill taking a ton of time off the clock here. And they're down by 12, Seton Hill.
You just name off those stats there. Everybody had a job to do, and they did it well.
And that'll just do it here. Harris steals that one away by from the Griffins, excuse me. Seton Hill get it right back. Nice save by Kalic to keep it in. Cowan from the corner, no good. Reverse layup attempt, no good. Kalic finishes right at the rim. A deep pass finds Gilliard. She'll run out the clock right in front of the Vulcan bench. California with a huge win over nationally ranked Seton Hill. From everyone here at CUTV, thank you very much for watching. From our producer, Gary Smith, from my broadcast partner, James Anderson, my name is Jonathan Sabe. Your final score, California 88, Seton Hill 78. I'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for game number 2 to this afternoon's doubleheader right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network. Armstrong Cablecast and 91.9 FM WCAL. And as always, good night, California.